I'm Kathy Levin. I am your host for this very special show. Now, you might be saying, wait a minute, what happened to Carolyn Pollock? Nothing happened to Carolyn Pollock. If you're just tuning in, hi, I'm Kathy. And Carolyn Pollock has retired from QVC, but she has absolutely not retired from American West Jewelry, what we're seeing today. She will be here doing presentations throughout the season. And of course, Carol Ann will also be jumping in. It just happens that the two Carols were busy today. And I always love when I get the opportunity to do something different, especially with my love of the Southwest and Southwest jewelry. And this is a special day because we are celebrating the Lunar New Year. And this is the year of the horse. And this is such a special symbol. I know many of you absolutely love jewelry in the shape of horse. We have a wonderful woman, Anne, who's a horse rescuer, and that is just the most marvelous thing. So we will be featuring our very first item today, this powerful, strong, beautiful, single-minded animal. And this one in particular is really cool because at the back, I hope you can see it if I move in. Actually, I'm going to take this off. At the back, it actually says Spirit. This is just so cool. What a gift for someone. Take a look at this. And by the way, I am going to be giving you a code in about 15 to 20 minutes. And that code is going to offer you a discount. So I'm just going to read this number. This horse is P as in Peter 263. So this is P263, and the price as it stands at this one, forgive me, I've got a million pages of papers here, but the price as it stands at this moment is $189, but wait till you see. So let's take a look at this beauty. Absolutely love him. And I'm going to show you the other colors he comes in because it's not just this one color. Absolutely fabulous. Let me read you some of these colors. This is the orange spiny oyster. Then we have Kingman turquoise, white howlite, black agate, red jasper, snowflake obsidian, which has my name on it, tiger's eye, rhodonite, which is the prettiest pink, and lapis blue. Now, this is a good sized piece. It runs about 1.5 inches. Look at the back, the workmanship that Carolyn puts into her pieces. And right there, can you see? I hope I can get you close enough to see that it actually says right there, Spirit. So beautiful. And I have him on a chain, which I'll be talking about. But let me show you this. This is, hang on, let me just see if I can pull this up. These are the other colors. Look at the turquoise. This one. Oh my goodness, that is so gorgeous. Down here, the black. There you have that really beautiful, deep, deep rusty color. And moving up, come on guys, move up. Love this one. Love that. I think that is so cool. Then you have that lighter brown color. Look at the rhodonite. And then this beautiful one that we're showing here today that I have. These are so fabulous. There's your lapis. So please go to P263 so that you can see the color choices. And in a few minutes, I'm going to give you that special code. If you're new, you have to go to American West Jewelry, AWJ.com, and you will see the live show. And when you click on that, that's where you're going to be able to order what you want. And when we give you the code, that'll be just for you. So this is our beautiful, beautiful guy. He's so pretty. And this is an enhancer. The great news about an enhancer is that it will go on virtually any necklace you have. Whatever you have. I have a leather cord coming up. Ideal on that. This is a 20-inch toggle necklace, and this is stunning. Look at the beads on this. I just want to pull up my note here because this is native pearl and concha flowers mixed. It is so stunning. It's N2155. N2155. Little beads, very pretty variegated beads, and look at the toggle. Super easy to put on. So what you do is you put the necklace on first if you wish. You have something that's easy, 20 inches, comes down nice and long. You know, we're 20 days out from changing the clocks. It's going to be daylight longer. except for those of you who don't like in Arizona, you don't change your clocks. But for the most part, we're going to wake up to sunshine. We're going to spend most of our afternoon after work, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, sunshine. March 8th is our day that we spring forward, the spring equinox. Can't wait for it. And that means we also lighten up in our colors. So maybe you're thinking, well, gee, what would I wear with this particular color? Look at that. Is that gorgeous? It's like a butterscotch. It's beautiful. How about those of you who, like me, love the pink family? Don't forget that rhodonite that comes in pink would be ideal. That's a really, really pretty one. How about these blue ladies? Blue, look at how beautifully it contrasts with the horse. And then if you're into the neutrals, can't beat that. So it's going to be a new fashion season color-wise, white being, of course, the Pantone, but I'm not so sure that we're all going to wear white all the time, especially me dropping, ice cream and hot fudge all over the place. Let me just put my glasses on and say hi to a few people. Hello, Nancy from Florida, and we have Christy. Christy asking if malachite will be coming back. Go to the website, AmericanWestJewelry.com, and look up malachite. Don't have it today, but there's always something coming in. And then we have Felicia. Hello. Happy Year of the Horse. You too. Thank you for your nice comment, Dana. Nice to be here. And we just have lots of nice people. Kara, it's very, very nice to have you all join me. This is different for me, but I have traveled to Sedona and Albuquerque. I have been to the places that Carolyn goes to get her jewelry ideas and to meet with her artists and to do her designs. And it's a joy to be able to be part of this right now. Anyway, so the necklace again is N as in Nancy 2155. The price of this necklace as it stands is $294. But wait till you see the code that's going to really make this easy for you to buy and enjoy. It goes with anything and everything. And I have another enhancer coming up. So you can wear this, but think of your own, just a simple piece of leather, a ribbon, any silver chain you have, an old herringbone, doesn't matter. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. And do check the colors out on the horse, P263. This is a magical year to own or give the horse, especially this one with the word spirit. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Oh, love this. This is an extraordinary cuff bracelet. Look at this cuff. This is loaded with silver and brass design. It is B as in boy, 792. B792. And here's the cool part of this. It comes in small, medium, and large. You get 3 sizes. So the smaller wrist, great, because you know how bangles can slip and slide off. Not this one if you get the small. If you are an average size, obviously you know the average. And then the large for someone who says, hey, I've got large bones, I'm a big lady, I need the bigger size. But the cool thing is you can pinch it down. You can make it fit so that you can wear it close to your hand, or if you want to put it back, you can pinch it even a little bit more so that it stays put. I like my bracelets down this way. I just think they feel better. And this is so gorgeous. It's intricate swirls, different textures. There's a mill-grain beading here. There's large to small beads. It swirls, it curls. It's like this absolutely glorious highway of different roads intersecting and intertwining. This is a beautiful gift. And this cuff is, again, B792. I can't believe the price. It's $149. I'm amazed. But wait. 2 more items, and I'm going to give you a code that's going to make this one say, take me home, bring me home, I'm yours. I think it's gorgeous. This is a real standalone piece. Imagine wearing something with a roll-up cuff. Take a plain shirt, roll that cuff up. Now you have this gorgeous piece. Add some piece of jewelry, whether it's silver or gold, and you are rock and roll. This ring is coming up, by the way. That's my pretty ladybug. And I also have, you love him, Fritz Cassous hummingbird ring. So I have all kinds of spirit animals for you, and all of these are going to be part of the special sale. So let's talk about B792 is the cuff, and it's priced now at $149. But wait, there's more. Don't I sound like some of the old infomercials? But wait, buy one, you get 14 more. All right, now let me go into my next little friend. I love foxes. we have a fox in our backyard. We're very fortunate to live in what's called a conservancy. That means they were not allowed to take down the trees behind the house. They couldn't take them down to build 4 more houses. So behind us is a nature preserve. And it is glorious because, yeah, we do have deer that eat everything. I will say they're a pest. But we do have beautiful deer who have their babies right there in the backyard. Last year I was watching a mom, and 2 seconds later there was a baby standing next to her. I was like, where did that come from? But we have Foxy. Foxy comes around, and Foxy has her kits. She tends to have her kits, and I believe she's the same one every year. And she lives around here, and she's just gorgeous. So take a look at Foxy. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. This is a red jasper enhancer. I put it on the cord. You can do exactly what I just had, that beautiful flower and bead necklace. Put it on anything you already own. These cords come in various colors. I'll talk about it in a moment. But Foxy, you know, foxes are considered sly and clever. Look at the back. Clever is written into the message. Carolyn loves to have messages with her things. Let me just click this one thing off here so that I don't end up with this thing. Okay, this is about 1.5 inches long, almost 2 inches long. And let me put this on. Stunning. Again, these are conversation pieces. Besides the fact that they're beautifully rendered. Do you all have allergies this time of year? I'm going crazy. Honest to goodness, forgive me. Between the blowing, the honk, and the snorting, I'm a real treat. My husband says so. Anyway, here he is, Foxy. Gorgeous, gorgeous fox. Now, the item number on this one is P277. He is clever. Clever. Did I say? Yeah, clever is what's written on the back. Clever. This is such a gorgeous piece. Conversation pieces. That's what I think people really love about this jewelry, besides the way it's magnificently crafted and the materials are so fine and the colors are so rich and vibrant. The fact that you have something that really draws conversation in. So if you're going to buy a t-shirt that perhaps really emphasizes this. But when we get into these spring shades, I'm telling you, you can mix and match almost anything. It's the design that does the speaking for the piece. I love the brown, of course, but I'm a person who wears lots of color. Look at the blue. The blue, this is going to be a big color also for spring. The blue with that brown color. So this guy actually is, he is the red jasper. I was going to say, I'm thinking I know what the color. And coming up, I'm going to have the ladybug that is a similar color, different medium, different material, but same color. So if you're looking for some animal jewelry, insect jewelry, these are a real compatible pair. So the item number on Foxy the Clever Fox is P277, and he's priced at $165. But that won't be your price in about 2 minutes. All right, let me talk about this cord. Of all the pieces of jewelry in this collection, I think this one is the most versatile. This is the one that allows you to hook any enhancer at all on. And because these enhancers are big, you can put these on pearls, you can put them on silver, the thicker herringbones, big round rope chain. I showed you this earlier, this one, the beaded, stunning, definitely a great piece, right like that. That is so pretty. But this cord comes in various colors. And that's what's neat about it. Let me just read this to you. This one comes in brown, a turquoise color, which is a gorgeous color, turquoise leather. And then we also have it in blue, beige, and white. So the white's a good idea because the white really offsets the color of this clever fox. But these are great. This is an 18-inch plus a 3-inch extender. You have plenty of room, whether you're wearing a higher neck, a low neck, you want to go up in here. And by the way, it starts to mold to your neck after you wear it. You know, because it's leather, it's soft and supple. So when it comes out of the box, it might have a little bit of a shape to it. It will actually contour. It'll start to make a better look for your neckline. And it's just the perfect piece. I think I would be looking at the beige for the spring or the white. And obviously blue is beautiful. They're all pretty. They're all pretty. And by the way, the price on this is $88, but it won't be for long. You have about another 3 minutes and I'm giving you that code. So let me just move my pages here. And now, since I just showed this to you, let me show you this ladybug. This is the prettiest little ring. Those of you who adore insects and ladybugs, you know, they eat aphids. Aphids are the things that kill our petunias, the little white things that crawl all over a petunia. Once your petunia gets infected, it's a problem. Ladybugs are fabulous in the garden. My husband actually plants flowers and bushes that attract ladybugs. And every once in a while, one ladybug comes in the house and he's so cute. He's true. We love that we live in this very natural area. And what he does is he grabs the little ladybug on his finger and he says, come on, girl. Come on, girl, let me take you back out to the garden before the witch gets you. Now, the witch isn't going to kill a ladybug, but I do have a thing about gnats and moths. So he knows that I could be evil. So he comes after it before I get after it. I'm not going to hurt a ladybug. But these are beetles. Ladybugs are part of the beetle world, and beetles are much revered. They have a lot of history. There's a lot of sacred things about them that people apply to them. But look again at the workmanship. The wings are beautifully, beautifully done with the little dots. They generally have 7 dots on them, and there's a certain meaning to that as well. Then right here, this ladybug is a red jasper. And I just told you about this. They look identical, even though they are different stones. But this comes in sizes 5 through 10. And I would bump up a size. I would go, it doesn't fit me there, but I would go middle finger, I think, or index finger, because it's such a big ring. It's almost an inch long. It's super comfortable. You can see the split shank. There's nothing here that's going to bother your fingers. There's no prongs that are going to grab at your fabric. And it's just the prettiest little beetle. Very, very pretty. And you know, they say that it brings good luck if a ladybug happens to land on you. You know, they're just the garden helpers. People like them because they're good souls and they're lovely to own. And again, all of this jewelry is eye-catching. That's what I find people love about it. It's very eye-catching. It's a conversation piece. If you're a little bit on the shyer side, this is a lovely thing to wear. And when you're reaching for something, if someone says, what an interesting ring, you can say, oh, yes, I love insects. I love nature. Maybe you're a master gardener. My husband went to school for 2 years and got a master gardener certificate, and he's been out in the yard forever. And I just saw a deer pull up an entire tulip bulb yesterday and spit it out. They don't eat them. They just destroy them. And he's sitting there going, I'm like, calm down, calm down. But he loves his butterfly bushes. He loves the ladybugs. And it's, you know, maybe someday I'll be able to get a picture of our garden when it's finally in bloom. But this is a pretty little girl. And her price is $109, which I think is a terrific price. But here's what I want to tell you. Get your pens ready. Get ready. Here is your code. The code is New Year 50. NEWYEAR 50. New Year 50. 50% off of everything in the show. And guess what? If it's yellow, if it's orange, if it's red, if it is part of our spirit symbol collection, it is 50% off. So even this beautiful hummingbird coming up, because it is part of the insect animal grouping, will be part of the 50% off. New Year 50. Go to AmericanWestJewelry.com, go to that live, and then click on that promo code New Year 50 or put it in, and that will drop the price. So now this little ladybug in red jasper, instead of being $109, she's now $54.50. And let me just back up, because Foxy, our clever little Foxy right here, instead of $165, Foxy's now $82.50. The genuine necklace, the leather necklace that's so important. And by the way, I said 18 inches. I'm sorry. It's 17 inches with a 3-inch extender. It goes to 20. That one, N2344, is $88. It's now $44. How about this gorgeous cuff bracelet? This cuff bracelet, I'm telling you, it was $149. That's now $74.50. I'm sorry, there's no bracelet that could be this phenomenal at this price, $74.50. Grab these, small, medium, or large. Backing up to this native So native pearl mixed beads and toggle necklace, N2155. That was $294. This is solid sterling silver. It's now $147. What a birthday gift from you to you. What a marvelous way to hang all of your enhancers. $147. And then, of course, our most important symbol of today's show, the horse, the enhancer horse that has the word spirit written on the back. Right there, you can see the word spirit, gorgeously rendered. He is orange spiny oyster, but check him out, P263. He was $189. He's now $94.50. This is the ideal piece. I love his saddle, his mane, his tail. He's just so gorgeous. And there you have all the silver in the back. That's just as beautiful. He's almost pretty enough to wear backwards. He's going to be, instead of $189, $94.50. And please go to that website again and pull up P263, because he's also in King Mint turquoise, white howlite, black agate, red jasper, snowflake obsidian, tiger's eye, rhodonite, and lapis. So you can have him in one of 8 or 9 colors. Gorgeous. And this is quite the steal. Honestly, he's just so pretty. All right, let's move on. Now that you have your New Year 50 code, now you can really rock and roll. And let me see if I can pull this up for you. Hold on one second. I want to pull up this beautiful ring so you can maybe see it. R5911A. Let me see. R5911A. Let's see if he will come up. Okay. I'm hoping you can see this. Look at the face. Look at the face on that hummingbird. See, now you can see what you're getting. It's very hard to show on television. Look at that. That hummingbird is trying to get right into a flower. You can see that he has 3 turquoise stones, a blue topaz. His wings are gorgeous. So that is the ring that I'm showing you right here. And this one is by the famous Fritz Casus. This is one of the favorite designers of Carolyn. She loves him. He's from the American Southwest. He's very well known. A lot of you collect his things. He is so pretty. So now you can get a better idea. There is right here. There's his beak. There's his neck. Here's his wing. He's 3D rendered. There's his wing. That is really pretty. So this hummingbird was $103. If you use the VIP code New Year 50, he comes down to $51.50, sizes 5 through 10. Beautiful turquoise and a blue topaz. And he is part of the VIP New Year 50 because he is part of the bird, animal, insect, etc. collection. So who are we saying hi to? We're saying hi, Alex, and Monica is here today. Monica from New York. Hello, Monica. And the code, Dawn, the code is New Year 50. It's right here on the crawl underneath me. New Year 50, NEWYEAR50. As soon as you put that in, anything you're buying from this show or anything in orange, yellow, red, insect, or animal in the whole website is 50% off. And this is just for you. If you wait till tomorrow, Saturday at 3 p.m., this sale ends and things go back to 35% off. So you are definitely getting that extra 15%, which makes a huge difference when you're buying something that is over $100. So your very pretty little Fritz Casus hummingbird ring is item R, as in ring, 5911A. And if you want to see him close up, go into the AmericanWestJewelry.com website, and right there you can pull him up by his number and then see his gorgeous, really detailed. He's oxidized in the back, and that pumps the flowers up, definitely makes them much more visible. And he's just beautifully rendered. Hummingbirds are the greatest. We have a hummingbird feeder all summer. Those of you who follow Roxanne De Palma, you know that she's the hummingbird queen. But we feed them nectar and they come around, and I've never seen a more fascinating bird. I mean, yes, we have pileated woodpeckers here. We have massive, big old, I mean, we've got some gorgeous birds. We have bluebirds. We keep a bluebird house outside. We're so looking forward to seeing our bluebird come back because she makes her nest. She has her little babies. She manages that nest. Nobody gets in that little tiny hole. You have to have a very special house for bluebirds. Otherwise, bigger birds will come in and steal their eggs. So it's really small, only she can get in. And then we watch the babies fledge. I mean, this is a very, very wonderful house. I give my husband all the credit. He created it because of his love of nature and gardening. So we have the bluebirds, but then we have the hummingbird. And this now they're scared. They don't like other birds because, you know, the cardinals and the blue jays are bullies. So we kind of have to separate that nectar feeder. But he comes around with those wings that are like 1,000 times a second, and how they have the energy. And then, of course, they all have to take off and fly how many thousands of miles when they have to go away for the winter. So we so look forward to when they come back, like June, July, August. And therefore, this is really representative. If you have the joy of birds, if you feed birds, if you have the luck of having a hummingbird in your area that comes to your house, that's a pretty ring. And just on its own, even if you didn't know what you were looking at, just on its own, this ring has just a lot of eye appeal because of all of the work. Even if you didn't say at first, gee, I see a hummingbird, it's three-dimensional, it's colorful, it's really pretty on the hand, it's very comfortable. Carolyn makes sure that she makes things that are easy to wear on the side so your fingers aren't rubbing into prongs or stones or anything else. So that is a great looking ring. I just think it's very pretty, and I love everything that represents all the joy that surrounds our homes when we have gardens. Okay, so that one was sizes 5 through 10, and that's R5911A, and that is your Fritz Casus hummingbird ring. And now we're going to take a look at yellow jasper, but I also have it in orange spiny and red jasper. This is a cuff bangle, and I got to show you this shirt that I pulled. Talk about how did that match happen? Look at that. This one is item B as in bracelet 782. B782. You are looking at 5 very large, beautifully set oval cabochons on a double band that's twisted. But look at the work in between. Look at everything that was done in there. All of that beading and braiding, and that's what really gives this bracelet so much eye appeal. It's 3/4 of an inch across, top to bottom. This one is priced at $342, but with your special VIP code New Year 50, it is $171. That is a great piece, and this is a neutral. This is the one that you can wear with absolutely everything and anything. Here I go again with the blue. Beautiful, denim friendly. There is nobody, I think, in the world anymore that doesn't have a pair of denim jeans somewhere along the line. You know, when I was a kid, if you wore jeans, it meant that you were going on a hayride or you were going out to do some kind of lawn work, you know, go mow the grass. We were never allowed to wear pants to school and never jeans. I come from the old world. So that was when you wore dresses and skirts to school. All of a sudden it became pants okay, and then jeans. I don't know, a kid doesn't have 20 pairs of jeans. I can't figure out what's the difference between all of them. Some of them have a ripped knee, some of them have the behind hanging out, some of them have the bottom fringe, some of them are low on the belly, high on the belly. I guess these kids are constantly buying their jeans, but jeans are forever now. They will never leave the staple. They are stable. They will never leave the stable. And this is the sort of piece that works perfectly when you're wearing that denim jacket, your jeans, and a simple t-shirt. Put on a beautiful piece like this, add your bracelet. Beautiful with neutrals. Those of you who have, let's say, red hair and you wear a lot of the earth tones, browns, beiges, rusts, merlots, this is that neutral. It is really just a very simple yellow jasper, which I think is kind of rare. I don't see a lot of yellow jasper. Usually it's a red jasper. It also does come in orange spiny and red jasper. So all you have to do if you want to see the other colors is go to americawestjewelry.com and then pull up the item number B as in boy or bracelet 782. 82. And that will let you see the color choices. Here's the bottom of the bracelet. So, and I believe, I'm going to take a guess here. I believe that this also comes in sizes. I think it does come in 3 size choices. So this one's the average. It would be a little too big for me. I do have a smaller wrist, so you don't want to do too much pinching, but you can do some. But I would buy it in small, and then it would be fine. If you wear like a 6 to a 6 3/4 bracelet, you're pretty much a small. If you're an average, what I say is if you can go into any store and try on any bracelet and it fits, that's usually the average 7, 7 1/4, 7 1/2. And then if you need the large, that's like 7 3/4, 8, 8 1/4. And what's nice about a cuff is it's very forgiving. You can wear it up here, you can wear it down here. Very, very pretty, especially with all the earth tones and the denims and the neutrals. And it's just one of those pieces to add to your collection. If you've tuned in late and you're wondering what this is magnificent. This was the bracelet that we started with. It's a cuff bracelet. It's B792, and it's brass and silver. It's gorgeous. They're both pretty. They're very different, absolutely different. Each one really stands on its own quite well. Anyway, so this one with the yellow jasper, this one was $342. It's now $171 with your code. All right. And my last item is a pair of earrings. And unfortunately, the earrings did not make it to me. They didn't get here, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up these earrings so you can see them because they are cool. They are absolutely stunning. So let me go to my search bar here at American West and put in E as in earring and then 3359. 3359. Where do you see these? How pretty they are. These are geometric shaped earrings. Is that nice? Geometric shape. You have a choice. They come in blue. They come in red agate. They come in beige. And they come in white. I guess I'm not seeing the white here. But there's these 3 colors. This is about almost 2 inches long. These are on a simple lever back. And it's that geometric shape. They have that diamond sort of open shape, like a playing card diamond. And then the stone is a marquee shape right down at the bottom. These are really stunning. They're not the ones I'm wearing. I'm wearing just a plain simple something from my old jewelry box. But this is the earring that we're talking about. And this one is, again, item E3359. So do look it up because instead of $99, it's $49.50. Now that is a deal. That's a deal for beautiful earrings. What I don't know if you really can see. Look at the work inside. Oxidized, lots and lots of really beautiful shapes, very geometric. Definitely a longer hanging earring to about here. Going to give you something really pretty. And because the basic black is ideal for anything, that's a must-have. But the tiger's eye, also gorgeous. Certainly with the necklaces that we've shown, and I'm going to give you another look at our pretty horse in a moment. And then that one other color that's also really, really pretty. I think we do have white, but this one is the red agate, a little deeper in color, a little deeper, darker. Gorgeous, of course, with any of these. So if you're a person who, like me, kind of likes to match earrings to necklaces, we have coordinated pieces that you can put together. So again, these earrings, in case you are wondering, are E as in earring. You have to put the E in front or it won't register. 3359. And all of these are going to appear on the site. So you'll be able to see these. Don't forget, the sale goes till tomorrow, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Once that sale stops, so does the VIP 50, and therefore you will pay only 35% off. And let me tell you something, ladies, an extra 15% always helps. Anytime I see something on sale and then it says more sale, buy it now, I'm buying it now. There's no point in spending the extra money. All right, let me get to my little beautiful horse here, my sweet little horse. I just think he is so pretty. I have to tell you an interesting story. When I first married my husband 25 years ago, second marriage, I said, is there anything that you and I can do together? He don't sit under a beach umbrella drinking Mai Tais. And I don't golf. He doesn't shop and I don't play bridge. So we got nothing. So we got to figure out what to do together for the next 50 years that we'd like to say we're going to be married. So we found out that there were trips that you could take on a bicycle, that you could bicycle in exotic places in these remote areas. So we took our first trip like two dummies to high altitude Ecuador, because it's summertime and winter. So we went in December, January, and there it's summertime in the Southern Hemisphere. So we're in Ecuador at 10 to 12,000 feet, sucking up air like nobody's business because it's thin air. And we're at a volcano and we're biking. We're biking on a plane. And suddenly we hear, I think the volcano's about to erupt and we're going to die. Wild horses, hundreds of wild horses came flying by. The ground shook, the earth shook, and I've never seen wild horses, and I've never seen them in a pack this large, flying by. And it's here we are. This was our first trip 25 years ago. We just talked about it again last night. One of the most profound things to ever see in nature. I don't know where they live. I don't know where they were going. They certainly weren't stopping to say hi. It was just unbelievably exciting. So these are memories that sometimes say, this is something I would like to have. It would remind me of. And it is just the prettiest thing. Of course, the word spirit imprinted on the back. And this spirit horse, instead of 189, is 94.50. This is also a lovely gift to give someone who is spirited, someone who doesn't like to be reined in. It's a great gift for a kid who's going off to a future, and you want to give this child good luck, and you are spirited. Never let anybody take your spirit away. It's a perfect piece in terms of color. But again, I want to go back to that website. And if you're just tuning in a little late, take a look at the other colors. Let me just go back. It's actually quite easy to just shop this site. You just go to AmericanWestJewelry.com, hit that little search bar, and then put in the number that you're looking for. So he is P as in Paul, and then his number is 263. 263. Look at his colors. Kingman turquoise, howlite. Look at that howlite. That is just gorgeous. White howlite. Then we move up, and I have, this one is black agate and red jasper. And notice it's different from the one I'm wearing. Black agate, red jasper. Love the black, by the way. If you're a person who wears tons of neutrals, the black is gorgeous. And then here we have snowflake. I love the snowflake obsidian. And the tiger's eye. I have this thing about this obsidian because it's like polka dot and marled. And I think it would be so stunning with all of the things that are, if you wear a lot of black and white. I just wore black and white the other night. My girlfriend said, you look very corporate. I'm like, whatever. And then, whoops, moving up here. Look, here's the one I'm wearing, by the way. This is the spiny oyster. And you can see how accurate these colors are online. You're not going to order it and then it's going to come in 8 shades deeper. You're actually going to see the color that you are expecting. And this one, oh my goodness, that rosy color. It's a deep, beautiful cherry red. I think that one is just gorgeous. That is rhodonite. Rhodonite, really pretty. And our last one of my favorites, your most denim friendly, is the lapis. That is so pretty. So do check these out. Go to P263 and pick your color because they are all on sale with your VIP code New Year 50, as long as they are either animal, insect, red, orange, or yellow. So you have something you can look at the whole site. And now with this 50% off, there might be something that you loved before that you saw. And now it is your 50. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's yellow, it's red, it's orange, it's my color. Perfect. And of course, these bangle bracelets are also part of the sale because they're part of today's show. So let me just say hi to a few people here. I apologize for ignoring you. It's very hard for me to talk and chew gum at the same time. Ola loves the leverback earrings. You have very good taste, Ola. And Christy wants to know if there's a waiting list to be notified. I would venture a guess you're going to get an answer to that, Christy, and chances are perhaps, or just keep coming back to the site and check it out. Horses are free range in Dayton, Nevada. Marcy says, a pretty awesome site. I want to tell you something. I don't want to say life-changing, but profoundly awesome. To see hundreds of horses just freely running around a volcano site. It was, and I wish I'd had a camera. Those are the days 25 years ago. You didn't have a phone with a camera in it. You had a camera until you got it into your bag and out until they were long gone. They were 60 miles an hour flying by. They were absolutely beautiful. So it says, Christy, in your question about is there a waiting list, it says heart, the out of stock item, and you will be notified. Okay. Ola says she recently got the large Kingman heart in love. So grateful for codes. Yes, codes are discounts, ladies, and discounts mean you can get more of what you love at a more reasonable price. So perhaps you have something you've always wanted and now you have a chance for 50. New Year 50 is the code. So is there anything else I missed here? Sorry for some of you not being able to say. Trudy, hello. And Carol Ann says she has the bracelet in red jasper and gets compliments all the time. Stunning. These are such cool, when I go out to Sedona or I go out to Albuquerque, Santa Fe, we did a lot of traveling out there. Bruno, by the way, is still here. For those of you who met him last week, Bruno is my raven from Sedona. And Bruno's getting ready to go out and visit his girlfriend. She's in Sedona. Her name is Nestuka. They've been texting back and forth, and he's getting ready to go. But he's not talking much today. He's on the quiet side. But when we were out there, first of all, absolutely loved every city I went to. It was just such an experience, so different from living here in the Northeast. And we were shopping to try to find a raven for the new house. This is 25 years ago, or 20 years ago. We were looking for the new house, this house. And I wanted some artwork. And Bill Worrell is the famous guy that does the shamans. And I got one of his, and that's one of his paintings, which unfortunately has a glare on it. You can't see it, but it's a shaman. It's what he's famous for. And I saw such gorgeous jewelry. And it was so striking. And these women would be walking down the street wearing outfits that you didn't even see the outfit. It might have been a long skirt and a pair of cowboy boots, but this necklace, this jewelry, and I mean, they loaded up. What's cool about it is the more the merrier. I mean, if you're doing too many, quote, diamonds, it looks just glitzy gaudy. But this jewelry just loads up, stacks beautifully, is so eye-catching, and is so... You can just tell the quality, the workmanship. Carolyn Pollock is meticulous about how she does her jewelry. So, you can buy with confidence. This is fine, very, very beautifully done jewelry. And don't forget, your little spirit horse has spirit written into the back. Such a lovely message. If you're tuning in a little late and you're saying, wait a minute, why is Carolyn Pollock saying she's retiring? She is only retiring from QVC. She will not be appearing on QVC. She will always be using American West jewelry as her platform. Yes, you will see her. She just happened to be busy today, and Carol Ann was tied up. And I love when that happens. I love when the two of them find out they can't do this show, because I get to sit in and do it. And it's really fun for me because it's very different. As you know, what I do is very different. So this is a real treat. And I thank you all so much for coming, for joining me. If you want to go back to the website and see what's there, you can. And if you have questions, they're still being answered by the team. And I hope you love everything. I hope you enjoy this year of the horse. May it bring you great spirit, freedom, joy. And don't forget, without the horses, many of us would never have been able to get out where we got out west. And it's just a really special year. And count down the clock for that change of clocks. March 8th, We have 20 days to go. We have 8 days left in February and 8 days in March. That will take us to the moving of the clock, spring ahead. And that's good news. You will most likely wake up to sunshine, hopefully come home in the evening to sunshine. Your flowers, your beautiful bugs and insects, your ladybugs and your butterflies, and we'll have lots more to come in the next few weeks on the site. So that's all for me. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful weekend, and may the sun shine and keep your spirit alive. Bye-bye. Oh, no.